Chair Przansky, Vice Chair Thatcher, members of the Senate Judiciary Committee, I speak today in support of Senate Bill 571, restoring voting rights to those who are incarcerated. My name is Mike Schmidt, and I'm the District Attorney in Multnomah County. As I considered my testimony last night, I came up with 4 general reasons we send someone to prison: incapacitation, punishment, deterrence, and rehabilitation. We incapacitate people when, based on our laws and the judgment of the prosecution and sometimes the judge, we have decided that some people need to be temporarily or permanently removed from society in order to protect the safety of everyone else. We use prison, the ultimate restriction of freedom, in order to inflict some amount of suffering on a person, ostensibly because they have inflicted pain on others. The mere fact that incarceration exists is supposed to make people think twice about committing a crime in the first place, to deter. And finally, when someone is sentenced, it is almost always with the express hope that when they re-enter society, their time in prison will have afforded them an opportunity to reflect on their behavior and to have worked on the underlying issues that led them down the wrong path to begin with. And that perhaps they may even engage in activities that will make it less likely they will ever commit a crime again. So then I considered, which of these buckets does depriving an individual the right to vote fall into? Incapacitation? Allowing the act of voting does not put anyone in harm's way, so no. Punishment? I've never heard anyone in the thousands of sentencing hearings I've attended even comment on losing the right to vote when being sent to prison. So if it was a punishment, shouldn't it hurt? It doesn't seem to. Deterrence. Research shows that the thing most likely to deter people from committing crime is not even prison, much less losing the right to vote. What deters crime the most is the likelihood of getting caught. And finally, rehabilitation. There is nothing rehabilitative about being cut off from society. In fact, it's harmful. Research consistently shows that ties to family and community are protective factors in terms of decreasing the likelihood of future criminal conduct. And there's even research that specifically suggests that voting reduces recidivism. I submit that there are 0 public safety justifications for preventing someone from voting. So then what's the motivation? We could and should discuss racist motivations and systems that were set up with the purpose to subjugate and oppress. And while that's true, I think what it really says to the person who's incarcerated is, you aren't one of us. Stripping someone of a right that others have fought and died for sends the message that you are less than, you aren't worthy. People make mistakes, sometimes horrible and even unforgivable mistakes. But what does it say about us as a society to dehumanize our fellow human beings? I want to live in a place that holds people accountable, protects public safety, and treats everybody with dignity and humanity, no matter what you have done in your life. That is a hopeful society. And restoring the right to vote to those who are incarcerated is at its core a gesture of hope. It gives people the right to dream, to participate, and to care. And as my friend Senator Jackie Winters used to say, it'll make people a good future neighbor.